Earful Tower listeners, Oliver G here, and we are celebrating today 1,000 reviews on this podcast. That might not sound like a lot of reviews to you, but for me, it took, 6 years to get that far. It took 3.5 million downloads of the show before 1,000 reviews came in. Hopefully that puts into perspective why it's a big deal to me. And I was thinking, how do you celebrate something to do with 1,000? And my brother Eddie, who edits this podcast, came up with the idea of mille-feuille. Mille-feuille is a French dessert. You might know it as a Napoleon or a custard slice or a vanilla slice, but in France they're called mille-feuille, and that literally translates to 1,000 sheets or layers or leaves. The idea being the pastry is folded so many times, you end up with 1,000 layers. It's mixed with cream, there's berries on top. It's a beautiful little treat that French people really love. We decided, the Earful Tower team, that we should go and make some mille-feuilles. So we took a cooking class with Cookin' with Class. And you're going to hear in this episode Chef Christian with me, with my wife Lena, with the photographer Augusta, and with blog writer and tour guide Charlotte. We all went and made these beautiful treats. If you're struggling to imagine what they look like, there are lovely photos. They're going to be on the earfultower.com. Check them out. As for the episode you're about to hear, this isn't literally how to make mille-feuilles. It's more of my effort to bring you in the class with us so you can feel what it's like. I talked to the chef about chocolate, where to get good stuff in Paris. He's a really renowned pastry chef, so there's lots of good advice in there as well. But the idea really is to have a bit of fun for this bonus episode. Now, the music that you'll hear is from Press Maxon. I'm not going to tell you until the end of the episode what it is, so you can have some fun trying to guess it, but it's a famous song, first featured on this show when we went to the Tour d'Argent restaurant. Now, a little bit of housekeeping before the episode starts. If you want to book a class with Cookin' with Class, they were the sponsor for this month of the show. Please drop the name The Earful Tower when you book, or use the link in the show notes or any of the links that I share. That way they know that you've come from me. And if you do that before the end of this month, March 2024, I will send you my PDF guide to Paris for free as a thank you for booking the thing that I recommended. It means an awful lot to me, especially because I told them people would be coming this month on my recommendation, and I want to be proven correct. I think we get into it. Here comes some of that music from Press Maxon. We were in the class for an hour. You're going to hear a few snippets from it. Let's get into it, and thank you. A huge and heartfelt thank you for everybody who's left a review on this show. It has really warmed my heart reading some of them over the years. Now, let's get into it. Anything, I want to ask you the main question. What is a mille-feuille, and am I pronouncing it correctly?
Alors, mille-feuille, yeah, you just did it rightly. Mille-feuille is just 1,000 layer. That's why we say mille-feuille. It's 1,000-layer cake.
And how many layers is it actually?
Actually, alors là, you have to count for me because...
Now I'm lost.
It's just a butter and dough. That means every time you make a fold, you multiply by 3 or by 4. That means it's easy to multiply this number time by time and getting to almost 1,000 layers.
Okay, I have 2 more questions. I heard that the mille-feuille is called the Napoleon around the world, Napoleon. Have you heard about this?
Yes, we say Napoleon because, sure, he has been created, I'm sure, during Napoleon time.
Okay, and the other question was, how common are these in France? Are they like something people eat every day, once in their lifetime? Is it you get it for breakfast?
Alors, it's a pastry that you can find in every pastry in Paris or in France. And I think it's one of the most popular pastry for French people. But it's very good when it's freshly done. But pastry people, the people love it, this type of cake at home for birthday, for anniversary, for tea time and afternoon, even after your lunch, to have a good mille-feuille, it's very nice.
And do you think in the level of difficulty, is this the kind of thing people can make at home, or is it everyone's just going to buy it?
Of course, everything can be can be homemade. But mille-feuille, this 1,000-layer dough, need quite a lot of time. It's a time consuming. It's not very difficult, but you have to work during few hours to make this, and you have to rest it and do it, and rest it and do it, and it will take you your whole day just to do the dough, plus doing the cream, plus baking, plus building. That will be a time consuming, not so much difficult on the technical part, but yes, long time.
Well, I'm very grateful that you've done the head start for us today. And my apron's on. Everybody else has their apron on, so shall we get into it?
Yes, okay. I hope you will enjoy this lovely Napoleon mille-feuille, who will be pistachio and raspberry today.
And you're French, right?
Yes,
it
I'm
feels
French.
like there's a bit of Italian in you. In your
No, I'm very French. I'm French, but the wife is Mexican, and we speak Spanish home. That's right.
I knew there was something in there. Okay, so we're ready, chef. Is everybody else ready, chef?
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Okay, good. Here we go.
And with that, we were off. The chef pulled out some of his pre-made pastries that he'd been baking before we arrived, overnight even. It's kind of cool. I'm not going to give you all the steps here, but it was kind of cool to notice that when he baked that pastry, he'd put weights, sort of like trays on top of it to keep it really thin and flaky, which is a crucial part along the way, and he'd glazed it with sugar for that perfect taste. Now, as we were cutting into this pastry, I decided to check in with the team. Charlotte,
Yes.
How often do you eat mille-feuille?
I couldn't tell you the last time I ate mille-feuille.
I
Yeah.
could.
Oh,
I had
Augusta
one.
photographer?
I had a mille-feuille probably 2 weeks ago. I brought one to a friend's house.
What about Lena? How often are you eating mille-feuille?
Not often enough. It's the real answer.
Go.
I just need to know, chef, you are a pastry chef. That's your specialty, right?
Correct.
And you guys do classes for anything, everything. If people want it, you can do it. But I'm curious to know what you like to bake. Not what you like to teach. What do you like to make?
One I like to make, for me, my best things is still the chocolate. I love chocolate, and I'm very good in chocolate. That's me. I love to do chocolate, like a real small praline chocolate, Easter eggs, or something like that. But it's something personally. I love to do this one. But on the class, for me, the best class is still, I'm saying, the macaron.
Yeah.
It's quite fun because people love this one, and the croissant. Typical French, we love to make croissant, even if it's quite very heavy for 3 hours. But the croissant.
What do you mean it's heavy for 3 hours? It's a lot of work?
It's the same system of the mille-feuille. You need to be folding this dough a few times. That means we have to prepare ahead some dough, and the people will learn the dough, but we will not use what we will do during the class. It's a little bit cheating. We have to use what we have been done one day before.
I've got, in terms of the city of Paris, like I'm sure that you go and eat chocolate and eat patisserie stuff. Is there a person who makes the best chocolate besides you? Who should I go and find chocolate with?
Wow, that's quite difficult for me because... Yeah, that's
But
really...
I said after you.
For me, I still looking at the most artisanal place. That means I will not going sometime on the very big name in Paris touristic attraction, who very expensive. But sometime in the very small bakery, you have a good person who's doing a very good job, and you can taste it through the good chocolate being used. French one, Valrhona, for example, with a very good brain, and what they're doing inside, if they don't use too much sugar, if they make very creamy, very rich, it will be a good chocolate. I will buy it. I try, and if according to my taste, if it's very good, it's like the macaron.
I want to see your list of your favorite.
I don't have it at my home.
What about these famous places that make these really rich hot chocolates, like Angelina and stuff? Yeah, okay.
Don't.
You made a face that speaks 1,000 layers of disdain. But they do hot chocolates really thick in other cafes as well, not just there. Is that something you think is a bad idea or what?
Yeah, I think when chocolate has to be hot chocolate has to be drinkable. That means if you're starting to really eat it with a spoon, for me, it's no more drink chocolate. It's much more like a chocolate mousse. Too heavy, it's not good as well. It has to be reasonable. Then you can enjoy and not be too much over the.
Okay, good advice. Good advice.
By just eating.
There's a great cafe in the Marais on Rue de Rivoli, right when it
Rue
turns
de Rivoli.
and it's they just do a hot chocolate where they line the inside of the cup with a dark chocolate, and you add your own amount of sugar and
Yes,
the hot
ice cream
milk.
specialty there. I've been there. Yes, it's good. The chocolate is good. And also, I love the one with Place Vendôme. No, but Place Vendôme, sorry. No, I missed it. Place des Vosges.
Oh, that's Carrette.
Carrette, voilà. Place des Vosges, Carrette. That's quite a good one, yes.
Hey, when we're in these classes, or when customers in the classes, do you like it when they say yes, chef, all the time?
Yeah, of course we like it.
Oh, yeah?
Charlotte, you said something interesting. Can you repeat it?
Well, I'm not very good at eating French pastries, basically.
But that's the thing, because you live here for 9 years.
Yeah.
You get what's your go-to?
Yesterday I bought a tartata.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but
Sounds like you're kind of adventurous here.
but I didn't eat it. I forgot about it. It's in my fridge still.
But you're saying now that you're thinking you should try...
I know, but
why? Why?
I don't know when to eat them.
Well, Chef just said it.
I know.
Chef just said, I said, when was the last time you had one? He said yesterday morning.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a special occasion.
No,
It's good to know.
it is good to know.
Okay,
It
and
is good to
don't
know.
forget to eat what's in your fridge.
I know I will.
Lena, I want to ask you the same question.
yes, yes.
Because you and me are guilty of something.
What are we? What?
We always get the exact same thing for 8 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just get a pain au chocolat, and you get a normal croissant.
That's disgraceful.
I know it's terrible, but it's also a classic for a reason. So I don't feel too bad.
But what puts you off getting something like a mille-feuille?
Nothing. I guess I feel too like decadent.
It feels too decadent.
Yeah, I'm like I don't.
I probably eat like a patisserie twice, 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
If I go to a friend's house, I bring one, or like I don't know, if I go to get a tradition, like I'll just take something for Samuel and I will split it. Yesterday we had a macaron doré avec de framboise. It was so good. Yeah.
Okay, it seems like we're all on different levels of patisserie, but today we're all on the same level, I think. Oh, and speaking of framboise,
There we go.
here we go. They've just been put on the table. Something's about to happen. In fact, it looks like we're about to start making.
We will
the
starting
mille-feuille.
to build it, the mille-feuille. Not making, because we've been making already. Build it. That's like a building something, like a house, okay? That's mean we will assemble it, the cream, with the two cream, with the raspberry, with the finishing, just to have the nice presentation. I just twist it, and I take my piping in my right hand. With the left hand, that will be my driver. That means I will press on the right hand, and I will drive with the left hand. I'm going very close, and I will starting to piping. And voilà, some very nice small ring to cover the first layer of the
So you're just doing little blobs, basically, perfectly symmetrical little blobs.
perfectly symmetric. That was my design here. That will be the step number 1. Number 2.
Step number 2, you're going to put
Number
the
2,
pistachio
I will
on
put the pistachio on the second layer with the same concept. Then I will just do very nice piping.
I can guarantee you, mine will not look like this. How many mille-feuilles have you made in your life, chef?
1,000.
That's the perfect response. I've just watched you put the tubes full of what have we got here?
Of different cream
4 different creams together with raspberries, pistachio,
and whipped cream.
and whipped cream, and you've
Mascarpone.
built a side-on mille-feuille very beautifully, very delicately. Based on what you've seen of us 4 here, we've got photographer, illustrator, tour guide, and podcast host. Who is clearly going to make the most beautiful mille-feuille?
Okay, I will judge with the hand. We will see. I will make my personal judging. When you will doing by yourself, I will see if you have the ability to piping by yourself. Okay.
You don't want to predict?
No, I don't really want to
Okay,
predict.
well, that's a smart answer, but I'm going to get everyone here to predict. Charlotte, who's going to be the best and the worst?
I'm really self-confident, so I think I've got this in the bag.
Okay. Who's the worst? It's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Lena? Be
I
honest.
go
yeah.
from worst to best. I think you might. Yeah, I think you might strike.
I'll be the one. Good lord, okay, yeah.
And I see Augusta.
That's best.
Yeah, I see Augusta.
Augusta, what do you think?
3 for 3. I think you might have a unique style.
Why does everyone think I'll be the worst at making me?
I think Lena, with her, tactile hands with the watercoloring, will be skillful at it.
So we have everyone gave a different answer for best. Everyone gave the same answer for worst. I'm ready to prove you all right. Let's do this. I'm going to commentate on this. Charlotte.
Pressing from your right hand and you're driving from your left hand, okay? So
What?
You look stressed already.
No, I'm fine.
The first blob, the hardest. Oh, no.
Very good. Here we go. And you'll see, the more you will make it, the more beautiful they will be.
Charlotte, you're definitely shaking.
Shush.
I'm about to do it now. Right hand squeezing, left
Right
hand
hand
guiding.
squeezing, left hand driving.
Easy.
You don't have to squeeze with the left, you just squeeze with the right.
Left elbow on the table.
Yes, if you want to be very adjusting your position and make sure you don't move. Perfect, very good. Here we go.
You said perfect.
Ooh, well, we have a high level.
Say that again. I like this. All right.
There we go.
What do you think? Mine look like they're kind of like a Salvador Dali painting.
Yes,
Is that a good thing?
yes, it is. There's a lot of money on there.
A lot of money in Salvador Dali. Okay.
God, look at that. That's perfect.
Augusta's, that is...
That's the raspberry.
That's the right way. Here we go. It looks like you haven't made your bed this morning. If you do the bed like that, your wife will not be so happy, okay?
How dare you all? Okay, it's true though. Mine is a bit of a mess.
I thought mine was
Yeah, I
bad.
thought yours was bad, but yours looks way better now.
It
Charlotte.
does. It definitely does. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, Augusta.
Perfection.
Yeah, it's pretty good, Augusta. I want you to walk along the table and point out what everyone's done good and bad, okay? So let's start with Augusta, the photographer.
I think this is quite reasonable, yes. I love it. It's really the raspberry as well. It's very well equilibrated.
Okay. Out of 10?
Out of 10, I would say 7.
7 out of 10, okay, okay. Now Lena, the illustrator.
Illustrator, okay.
For extra points.
Oh, no. Lena's putting pistachio nuts on the raspberries. That could lose you points. What do you think?
Alors here, I was loving the way it has been piping. If you look at the way, it was a nice piping.
Okay.
I will say 8 out of 10.
Okay. Leading the charge, but look out, we've got to my one now. No, don't laugh. We do Charlotte's first, okay? What do you think of Charlotte?
Charlotte as well, I think it's equilibrated, little bit less than this one. I will put a 6. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
You thought you were going to win, Charlotte. Okay,
In my heart, I am a winner.
let's hear. You can be honest, chef, about my work here. What do you think?
Alors here, now we have a little bit more messy, I will say. It's not so well equilibrated. We can see the piping, the draping of the piping is not very clear and neat.
Okay.
I will say 5 out of 10.
Oh, is that a pass? That's a pass,
It's a
right?
pass.
Okay. I'll take it. All right. And now what's the next step?
But the next step now, but it has to be the taste one, okay? Because you've been building everything. So now I want you to enjoy these mille-feuilles by trying them. And let me know what it will be the taste of your mille-feuille. Because it's the most important thing is the taste, no? The looking, it's very nice. I love the looking. But I think the taste has to be much more important than the looking.
So there you have it. That was the episode. The music, if you didn't guess, food, glorious food, very apt, doubly apt even, because it's from the 1968 hit Oliver, and reimagined by Press Maxon. Another great one, Press. Thank you so much, and a sincere thank you as well to all the people who've left reviews, because making a podcast is a very one-way street. I interview people, I talk into a microphone, I send it out, And it's not like the people who consume it, you listeners, it's not like you reach straight back out to me and say anything. So reviews coming in has been a really lovely way over the years of me being able to see what you think, maybe I want to read your nice comments and make it into more of a two-way street. So I really appreciate that. Thanks to everyone who's done it. I'm not going to keep asking for them now. I feel like 1,000 is a good number. A big thank you to anyone who books a class with Cooking with Class in Montmartre. It really is a fun way to spend a morning or an afternoon in Paris. They do all kinds of bakery courses. You can do the croissants, the macarons. You can pretty much ask them for, if you want to do a private class, ask them, and they'll probably do it for you. And I sincerely enjoyed it. We all did. We talked a bit about it afterwards. It's a cool way to do an event while you're in Paris where you can not only feel that you've achieved something and learned something, but get to taste it along the way. The ultimate treat. Cooking with Class afterwards sends you an email with all the recipes so you can redo it at home if you dare. And I honestly think it was great. So remember, book using the name The Earful Tower at checkout. And send me an email if you do. I will send you my PDF guide to Paris for free as a thank you. That'll do for now for a bonus episode. I'll be back on Monday with our regular schedule. And until then, have a lovely week. Merci and au revoir.